Hey guys, sorry I'm not with you today. I had to go to a training for art teachers. This is a demo on how you will do your creative color wheel. Don't get your papers yet because you have two choices. For now, just watch this demo and then you'll know what to do when you're done with your Socrative quiz. When you did the interactive color wheel during the warm-up today, did you notice the bar on the right-hand side? It says tints, hue, and shades. What do you notice about that bar? What color is being added to make a tint? What color is being added to make a shade? On your sheet, the first instruction is to define the words hue, tint, shade, and value. Hue is just a fancy word for a color. If you want to say, what hue is your shirt? It's the same thing as saying, what color is your shirt? Tint. Tint was at the top of that bar. Tint is just a color with white added. It makes it lighter. A shade is the opposite. Can you think of what it is? A color plus black. And lastly, value. 7th graders should remember this from last year. Value means the lightness and darkness of a color. So your first step is to write these words at the top of your paper so you can refer to them while you make your color wheel. Now number 2 says do a practice tint and shade for one color or hue of your choosing. I'm gonna do green. If you notice, this time the temperas have black and white added and a green as well. That's because the green we made the other day on those color wheels with the yellow and the blue kind of turned out to look like a puke color. So they gave us a nicer green to work with. So I'm just going to actually use this green. And I'm just going to do my practice right here under these paintbrushes. So this will be my hue. It'll be a solid green with nothing added. Then I'm going to wash my brush and I'm going to go to the white. If the white gets dirty, run it under water in the sink. It'll clean up really nicely, look fresh and brand new again. Okay, this time I'm going to get a lot of white on my brush. I'm just going to get a teeny bit of green. This will be my tint. Should be a light green. Next one I'm going to do is the shade. So this time I'm going to get my black ready. You only need a teeny bit of black. Black is a very strong pigmented color. So I'll get green on my brush, add just a little bit of black, and then put my shade right here, green plus black. Okay? Now what does it say for number 3? Think of a cool pattern for your creative color. Now's when you want to think about the two options available to you to make your creative color wheel. One option has all of the colors labeled on the outside of the pie pieces. Y for yellow, yellowish orange, orange, orangish red, red. And you can do this one if you have trouble remembering all the colors, or if you want to keep them in order, or if your design does not extend beyond the pie pieces. There's also an option without the colors labeled for kids who want to draw part of their design beyond the pie pieces, or for kids who want to mix up the order of the colors. I don't care if they're in order or not, they just should be all 12 colors of the color wheel we did 2 days ago with the 3 primaries, 3 secondaries, and 6 tertiaries. If you want to see some design ideas, scan the QR code on this slide and check out some examples that other kids did in another art class on how to make creative color wheels. Otherwise, your main job is to divide each of these pie pieces into 3 separate sections. One section where you'll do the hues, the solid colors, the other section where you'll do tints, and then the third section for shades. For this one, I drew flags in each section. I drew the flag going from the top corner across to the other line and back, all the way around. What it does is it creates 3 sections in each pie piece, 1, 2, 3. Now I'll decide where I want to put the hues, or the base color. They could go all in the middle down here. Where I'll put the tints, or the white plus the hue. Maybe the flags will all be the tints. And then the shades can go up here. You choose the order where the hues and tints and shades go, and you can choose the design. For this one, I made a flower design on the template that did not have the labeled colors because I wanted to make these petals that went outside of the pie pieces. In this one, I'm doing the hues in the middle. These are going to be the solid colors. and I'm going to do them out of order. I'm picking my own order, but I'm going to make sure I have all 12 colors from my color wheel. This is my shade, so the middle section here is going to be the hue plus black, and then the outside petals are the tints, the hue plus white. Once you've drawn your pattern into your creative color wheel, then you paint, and you want to make sure that you're using a small brush. Don't get a big brush, because part of your points to get a 4 on the back as a rubric, you want to stay in the lines. So smaller the brush, the better. You want all 12 hues with different tints and shades. So you should have 12 base colors, and then there are 12 tints and there are 12 shades. The last part is think of a cool design that you can put into your color wheel to make it unique and pretty, but don't get too complicated that this takes you more than a day or a day and a half to complete. Lastly, you can use one of these black pens that are in the bucket on the materials table to outline your design. Do not do it when the paper is wet. Either do it before you paint or after you paint. I only have 8 of these left, so 1 per table, and make sure you return them when you're done. Your color wheel can go on the drying rack with your name and period on it in the back of the room, that white thing, and we'll get it out for you to finish next class.